What's up y'all, Jmaculate here. In today's video, I'll be going over some alternate sample slicing techniques on the Dirtywave M8, including the new lazy chop method that was added in the recently released 4.1.0 beta firmware. Slicing samples on this device can be challenging, so hopefully after watching this video, you're spending less time on the sample edit screen and more time making sick jams. Alright, let's get to it. At the time of recording this video, Dirtywave released a beta firmware version which added a lazy chop shortcut to the sample edit screen. If you're unfamiliar with the term lazy chop, it's a feature on many samplers that allows you to tap pads or keys as a sample plays, which then become slices associated with those buttons. We don't have pads or keys on this device, but you can set markers using a lazy chop style method by selecting the slice marker parameter, then holding play and tapping the edit button as the sample plays. You can also add slice markers using this method between slice markers you've already set. Just select the slice you want to add more slices after, then press and hold play, and tap out the slices with the edit button. And if your timing was imperfect when tapping the edit button, you can edit the slice markers in the usual way by selecting the slice number, then adjusting the start time. Another quick and easy way to slice without even setting any slice markers is to use the start fx command in the phrase. This effect will play the sample at a later start point, depending on what you set the value to. Any value ending in 0, like 00 or 10, all the way to f0, are essentially 16 equal divisions of the sample. For example, 80 would start halfway through the sample, and 40 would start 1/4 of the way through the sample. This is great for perfect loops or samples that follow a specific timing, such as drum breaks or melodic samples with a consistent rhythm. You can also create your own rhythms by adding start commands at regular intervals and playing around with the start times. I find this very effective on percussion runs, with instruments like shakers or tambourines, since you can choose from 256 values to start the playback to create unique rhythms. In addition to using the start command by itself, you can also use it in conjunction with slice markers you set in the sample. When you have slice mode enabled, the start command value will adjust the start point relative to the slice, so you can use it to trigger playback from a point within the slice. And as we went over, the course values will be 16 equal divisions, except in this case it'll be divisions of the slice instead of the whole sample. So you can set wide chops like at the start of every bar or every other bar in the sample. Then use the start fx command to play in between chops. And just like before, you can fine-tune start command chops by moving off values ending in 0. Another unique slice method is not using the M8 to slice the sample at all. If you have a sampler that has better sample chopping facilities, you can do the slicing there, then record those chops onto the M8. The M8 has a slice mode that looks for silence in waveforms called slice silence. So as long as you leave a space between the chops when playing them back, the M8 can automatically place the markers. Now you just have to arm the recording on the M8, then play the chops back. First, I'll normalize the recording to increase the levels. And now I just have to select the slice silence command, press edit, and the slice markers get added immediately. One disadvantage is that if you're using a ping pong play mode, the empty space at the end of the chop will delay the reversing of the loop. You can adjust for this by adding a length command to the note to shorten its endpoint and therefore ping pong correctly. Honestly, the lazy chop method is a huge game changer on this device. Because of the lack of variable zoom on the waveform when in the sample edit screen, it could be a very tedious and long process to add sample slices manually, but not anymore. Although the start command method has its place for adding quick slices, especially for shorter samples, and you can still combine the start command with the slice parameter to do some quick, on-the-fly sample adjustments, which can be very handy. But are there any unique ways that you like to slice samples on the M8? Let me know in the comments. And that does it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.